about the ability that the mind has to alter the state of the body, the genes, the molecular structures, and the cellular activity. Okay? So, for a lot of people, they understand that, you know, the science before was, saying that our genes control our body. Like our genes, as in, like, our hereditary, right? Our blueprint. But in all actuality, our blueprint is a set structure of cells and DNA to form us, right? It was just a basic structure to form us, which we all have. And in that are blue and red cells that tell us, okay, well, you're going to do more of this and less of that. And they say, they as in scientists, have said, for years that our genealogy, okay, our genes control our bodies. Like, okay, if your grandpa had diabetes, that you're going to have diabetes, or if your mom had diabetes, that you're going to have diabetes. When the new science, which is epigenetics and neuroscience, actually discredits that understanding in the simple form of understanding molecular structure, understanding epigenetics, which is the ability for the mind and thoughts to actually change the structure of the forming cells themselves. How this happens is the mind doesn't know the difference between a physical event and an event that you create in your mind. The mind does not know the difference. Okay? So, how we're going to talk about this is you can live a healthy life. You can live in a healthy environment. But if your mind perceives it as something different, then your cells will be in fight or flight, right? So, like, if you're say you're in a home where you're safe, then your body will heal naturally. But if you're in an environment where you feel unsafe, then you're sending the signals to your cell, and your cells tell your body that your environment is not safe. So it triggers in your cells a fight or flight stress hormone that causes your body to spasm. But you can only stay in fight or flight for a certain amount of time before your body then starts to use things that it starts to not do the right thing. Now, once you realize that your perception of your reality, your perception, your thoughts, your actions, and the way that you feel about A, B, C, and D, your environment, the people around you, yourself, things like that, actually determine the way your cells produce what they produce. So, you can live in a healthy environment and perceive the environment as a healthy environment, and that environment will help you to heal. Okay? Because the brain sends information to the cells to tell the cells what to do. Because if you think about it, cells within your body are not actually touching the environment. They're not directly affected by the environment. They're not directly affected by the signals, because the cells themselves get their signals from your brain, from your body. Okay, so whatever's outside of you does not affect your internal cells, because it is in fact outside of the cell's field. Okay? So your internal cells, your mind is triggering and giving information to the cells, telling the cells, okay, you're healthy, you can heal, then you can get like brain and heart coherence and allow yourself to trigger your emotions, to trigger your cells, to trigger your body, to trigger your self-healing, and allow that. Again, because it's perception, what you perceive, right? If you perceive that the environment can affect you, then you're telling your cells that that's what's happening, because your cells don't know whether your environment's good or not. They only know the signals that you're sending. Okay? So, you can adjust the signal that your brain is sending by perceiving that you're in a better environment. which is why a lot of people say fake it till you make it, or act as if it already is, or tell yourself, you know, I am healthy, I am good, I am positive, things like that. Because in order to be a master of your genetic activity, these are things you have to know and know how to apply to master them. Okay, so what I want you guys to say or write out, you can pause this video or watch it however many times you need to until you can, you know, apply this information. But say this, if you will: I am not a victim to my heredity. I am not a victim to my cells. I am a master of my genetic activity because of my ability to change my environment, to change my perception, and to control my genetic activity with my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions. So you guys, I hope that this has helped. Stay blessed and never stressed, with much peace, much power, much love, and much joy. I'll see you guys on my next video. Namaste.